This tutorial will help you know how to create your own digital scoring form for Showcase 1, the Idea Pitch. So the Idea Pitch is the first big event for freshmen in the Build Entrepreneur 1 year, and multiple teams typically pitch their ideas in groups of 1 to 3. Each pitch that happens needs to be scored, and they are currently scored on 3 options: innovation, feasibility, and the presentation quality. This is what a paper form looks like, and I'm going to show you how to use a digital form to score. You should have links to 2 forms in Google Drive because that's what we use. And once you get the links to the presentation form and the responses, you're going to copy both. You'll see 2 copies of the presentation form come up. You're going to delete one of them. And then you're going to open the presentation form. Once the form loads, you can go ahead and make edits to some of the questions if you so desire. This is the entire form in editing version, and in order to make edits in any of the fields, you click on it, and as long as it highlights blue, you can change it, okay? But what we're going to focus on is making sure a response sheet is connected to the right form. So I'm going to click to select a response destination. I don't actually want it to create a new spreadsheet. I want it to go to the spreadsheet that I just copied because that already has formulas in it. Ta-da. Once it shows me that the spreadsheet is linked, I'm going to go ahead and open that up. Once the sheet loads on Form Responses 2, you can see previous responses from a showcase, and then the summary tabs that show us how judges scored and the results of the team. I have highlighted here the 3 winners. This is the most critical piece of information that you're using this form to get so that you can easily track who has won the showcase on the night of the event, which would have been the team that pitched their last pitch, which was pitch 9. This tab, Judging Results by Judge and Team, you're looking at this to make sure every judge submitted a response for each pitch. You'll see here for Judge 1, he actually missed the response, he or she missed the response for pitch 4. And so this is something that you could go to that judge on the night of the event and say, hi, I didn't get your score, please resubmit. So that is the purpose of this tab. This tab is your most important. So since these are the scores from a previous event, we don't want those for our current event. So we're going to delete this information out and click both, Shift, delete rows. So now they're blank, which then takes out the material here. Since I created a new form as well, I want it to pull from Form Responses 4. And I'm going to make the J page smaller, the columns, where it's pulling information. I'm going to do the same here. Form Responses 4. Okay, now my sheet is set up. I'm going to go to the actual form. I'm going to hit send. I'm going to copy the link. I'm going to go to a new window, and I'm actually going to test it. This will pull up an uneditable version because you don't want judges obviously to be able to edit the form. Before any event, I like to test the form to ensure that all of the formulas are working correctly. I often just put test in the comments so that I don't get it confused with any actual responses at a later time. And I'm going to do this a few times. Once I've entered in a few scores, I'm now going to go back to my responses sheet. I'm going to make sure that it is filling out, which it is. You can see pitch 1 and pitch 2. And then I can see judge 1 has it entered here. Judge 2 has entered for 2 scores. And on form responses 4, I can see that, oh, see, the judge actually made an error. So judge number 2 entered in 2 scores for pitch 1. This is because I did it, but obviously if it's at an event, then you're going to want to delete out one of those scores to ensure that it's fair for each team and pulling the right amount of averages. If anything, the day of is seeming off with the score, as long as you look here at the report editor and you have these fields filled out and they match what is in this folder, then you should be good to go for your event. Hopefully this will help you set up your digital scoring form for Showcase 1.